I found this yesterday. Bottom of a shoebox I hadn't opened in maybe 30 years. It's her, standing in front of that blue skylark her father bought her in '71. She's squinting into the sun, smiling, but not at the camera. At me. I was supposed to meet her that day, September 14th, 1974. I never showed up.
Her name was Claire Whitman. We grew up 3 blocks apart in Marion, Ohio, one of those towns where everyone knew your parents before they knew you, where the high school football games were the only thing that happened on Friday nights. I met her when I was 17, summer of '69. She was working at Mel's Diner on Main Street, the one with the jukebox that only played half its songs. She wore her hair pulled back, always had a pen tucked behind her ear. She'd write your order on a little green pad, and she never got it wrong, not once. I used to go in there just to watch her move, the way she'd refill coffee without looking, the way she'd laugh with the line cooks through the window. She had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room, even when the place was packed. We started talking one night after her shift. I was sitting in the last booth, pretending to read a paper. She came over and said, "You gonna order something, or are you just here for the ambiance?" I looked up. She was smiling. "Coffee's fine," I said. "Coffee's been fine for 3 weeks now." I didn't know what to say to that, so I just smiled back. She sat down across from me. No reason, just sat down, and we talked until Mel locked up at 11. I don't even remember what we said. I just remember the sound of her voice, soft but clear, like she'd thought about every word before she said it. After that, it was easy. Too easy, maybe. We'd meet after her shifts, drive out to the reservoir, park under the big oak tree, and listen to the radio. She liked Creedence. I liked anything that gave me a reason to sit next to her. By the fall of '71, we were talking about leaving. Not in that teenage way, where you say things just to say them. We meant it. She wanted to go to nursing school. I was going to find work somewhere out west, California maybe, somewhere bigger than Marion, somewhere we could breathe. Her father didn't like me much, thought I was aimless. He wasn't wrong, but Claire didn't care what he thought. She'd meet me anyway, climb out her window some nights and walk the 3 blocks to my house. We'd sit on the porch, and she'd tell me about the places she wanted to see, the life she wanted to build. "I want a house with a porch like this," she said once, "but bigger, with room for kids to run around." I didn't say anything, just held her hand.
In the spring of '74, I got a job offer. Construction work in Colorado. Good pay. Real work. The kind of thing that could actually get us out. I told Claire, and she lit up like I'd never seen. "This is it," she said. "This is what we've been waiting for." We made a plan. I'd go first, get settled, find a place. She'd finish out her semester at the community college, then follow in September. We had it all mapped out. She even had the gate circled on her calendar. September 14th, the day she'd take the Greyhound to Denver. I left in May. Promised I'd call every week. Promised I'd send money. Promised I'd be ready when she got there. Colorado was different than I thought. The work was harder, the people were colder. I lived in a motel off Route 70 that smelled like cigarettes and bleach, shared a bathroom with 3 other guys, sent most of my paycheck back to my mother, who was sick by then, kept barely enough to eat. I called Claire when I could, once a week, like I said, but the calls got shorter. I didn't know how to tell her that I was barely getting by, that the apartment I promised her didn't exist, that I was sleeping on a mattress with springs poking through and eating canned soup for dinner. She didn't care. She kept talking about September like it was a sure thing, like nothing could stop it. By August, I knew I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring her out here to live like this. She deserved better, a real place, a real life, not some guy who couldn't even afford a decent meal. I thought about telling her, picking up the phone and just saying it, but every time I tried, I couldn't. I didn't want to hear the disappointments in her voice, didn't want to be the one who took that hope away from her. So I did something worse. I stopped calling. September 14th came. I stayed in that motel room all day. Didn't go to work, just sat there. I knew what she was doing. Packing her bag, saying goodbye to her parents, getting on that bus. I knew she'd wait for me at the station in Denver, and I knew I wouldn't be there. I didn't hear from her for 3 weeks. Then I got a letter. It came to the motel, forwarded from my mother's house. I almost didn't open it. Held it in my hands for an hour, just staring at her handwriting on the envelope. When I finally did, it was short, 4 sentences. I waited for you. I thought maybe you were late. Then I thought maybe something happened. I hope you're okay. That was it. No anger, no blame, just concern. Like even after everything, she was still worried about me. I wrote back, told her I was sorry, told her I wasn't ready, told her she deserved better. I don't know if she ever got it. I never heard from her again. I stayed in Colorado another 2 years, told myself I was building something, saving money, getting my life together. But really, I was just avoiding going home, avoiding the chance I'd see her, avoiding the person I'd become. When I finally came back to Ohio in '76, she was gone. Moved to Michigan, someone said, or maybe Pennsylvania. No one knew for sure. Her father had passed, her mother sold the house. The diner was still there, but she wasn't. I didn't look for her. Figured I'd lost that right. I got married in 1980. Linda. Good woman. We had 2 kids, lived a decent life. She passed 4 years ago. Cancer. I never told her about Claire. It didn't seem fair. Linda deserved all of me, not the part I had left over. But I thought about her, more than I should have. Wondered what kind of nurse she became, if she got that house with the big porch, if she found someone better than me. I hoped she did. Last month, my daughter was cleaning out the attic, found that shoebox, brought it down and asked if I wanted to keep anything. Most of it was junk, old bills, receipts, things I should have thrown away decades ago. Then I saw the photograph. And then I saw something else, an envelope, never opened, postmarked 1975, my old address in Colorado, but it had been returned, moved, no forwarding address. I opened it. It was from Claire, dated February 1975, 5 months after I disappeared. She wrote that she'd moved to Ann Arbor, got into a nursing program, that she was doing okay, that she understood why I didn't come, even if I never told her, that she hoped I was happy, that she hoped I'd found whatever I was looking for. At the bottom, she wrote, "If you ever come back, I'll be at Mel's on Thursdays, just in case." I sat with that letter for a long time, tried to imagine what would have happened if I'd gotten it, if I'd known she wasn't angry, if I'd known she still cared. Would I have gone back? I don't know. I've thought a lot about that day, September 14th, 1974, about the choice I made, or didn't make. I told myself I was protecting her, that I was doing the right thing by not dragging her into my mess. But that's not really true, is it? I was protecting myself from failure, from her seeing me the way I saw myself. I thought love meant being perfect, being ready, having everything figured out. But love isn't about being ready. It's about showing up anyway, even when you're scared, even when you don't have the answers. She would have understood. She would have helped me. We could have figured it out together. But I didn't give her that choice. I made it for her. And that's the part I regret most.